Good morning. We're here today at Old Silver Springs Baptist Church in Pendleton, South Carolina, which today is hosting or the location for Grits and Gospel, Pendleton Pride in Motion fundraiser. And we're here with Terence Hassan, who's on the board for Old Silver Springs. Good morning, Terence.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fine. Tell us about this beautiful old church.
Well, this church was started by a group of emancipated slaves back in 1870. They were tired of walking to Abel every day for church, so they decided to worship here. They built a brush arbor where they worshiped for about 2 or 3 years. They then decided to construct the church, which was constructed in 1874. From there, the church flourished, and a lot of the African American community enjoyed this church. My grandmother attended this church. I attended this church from time to time. Around 1968, the church then decided to build a new location on Mechanic Street where they presently worship, a beautiful brick building. And so after this church had been abandoned for about 30 years, Miss Connie Vance Robinson, who's a native here, who is a retired school teacher, decided to come back and bring life back into the church. And that happened. Her project started around 1998. And so it's been a 10-year project ever since with some ups and downs, but we have a beautiful church here today.
Great. Can you take us on a tour?
We sure can.
Great.
This area, of course, is the foyer area. And the foyer area, of course, in most churches, a vestibule where you receive members and friends. And people would come in here and you could go to the left or right. Most of the church was not salvaged due to a tornado that destroyed most of it back in 2003. So a lot of it is of the original wood, but most of it is newly made material, man-made material.
Well, it is certainly beautiful. Is this the original wood on the side?
Yes, this particular wall is the original wall, the original wood with the church, definitely. Now when we go inside, you'll see the church, the replica was built almost exactly like the church that we had to replace. The only thing that's not in here, of course, is the stove. They used to heat it with an old wood stove and coal in the good old days. And but everything else is pretty much where it is. We took the old pews, if you want to come on in, we took the old pews and put them in an 18-wheeler trailer and stored them for several years. Along with the altar. The altar has not been replaced, but it will be. It's going to be made portable so we can use it on an as-need basis. Come on in.
Beautiful.
Yes, the little choir place that had choir singing. The stove was located right here. And it heated the entire church.
Now, y'all have done an amazing job, Terence. This is something to be proud of, that's for sure.
Thank you very much. In the graveyard, the oldest grave we have is dated back to 1898. A lady by the name of Daphne Danzler. She was a slave at the time, but that's the oldest grave here. So not only did Miss Connie Vance Robinson rebuild the church, but she also salvaged the cemetery.
Oh, aren't we thankful for that?
We are.
Thank you. Thank you, Tara.
You're welcome.